Hello, fellow duelists. This is Shadow of the Moon, and today I'm going to be showing you an updated deck profile of my Blackwing deck for July of 2022. This is probably going to be the last Blackwing deck profile that I do because I'm waiting anxiously on the new Darkwing Blast booster set to come out later this year. So there's not really going to be a whole lot that you're going to be able to do left with this deck. I did change a couple things around and add in a new tech card that was actually recommended by a viewer. So I just want to say thank you to that viewer that recommended it, because it actually did help the deck out a lot in terms of being able to play through your opponent's hand traps. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight on into it. But before we do, I just want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. As I'm doing this video, I have 207 subscribers, so that is amazing in my opinion. And I just want to say thank you. I'm very humbled for always watching my content, posting comments, and just enjoying the videos and everything. So without any further ado, finally, without me rambling, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, obviously, we are still playing the triple copies of Simoon the Poison Wind. This is the main card in the deck. So how this is going to work is you're going to reveal it, remove from play a Blackwing monster, and then you're going to play your Black Whirlwind directly from the deck. I did cut Black Whirlwind to 2 in this build, because honestly you do not need it if you're playing the Small World package. If you have that, you never have a hard time getting Black Whirlwind out on the field, and honestly you don't want to have like 3 of them on the field because they are going to get destroyed by using Kaluga's effect. If you are not able to afford Small World, you can always play 3 Black Whirlwinds, 3 Allure, and then if you want to play for extra draw power, 3 Wing Requital. Alright, and then we have triple copies of Chris the Crack of Dawn. Not as good as Bora, but it can be special summoned if you control a face a Blackwing monster other than Chris the Crack of Dawn, and is a 1900 beater and counts towards the level 4 monsters that I have in the deck. And then triple copies of Bora the Spear. Bora the Spear is quite possibly one of the best Blackwings in this deck because of the ability to be able to go back to the hand if it does, to be able to play it again because it is not once per turn. As long as you control a face a Blackwing monster other than Bora the Spear, you can always special summon this card from your hand. Then we have triple copies of Zephyros the Elite. You can choose to run this down, like I've always said in my videos. You can always choose to put this at 2 or 1. I love 3 because I think 3 is honestly the best number. 3 works very, very well for my deck because you are wanting to get him and Simoon in your hand to begin with that opening combo, to just go full combo on your opponent and being able to set up your field, which I am going to be showing you a combo tutorial video in my 2-card combo series right after this. So just stay tuned for that. And then 1 Oster the South Wind. Oster, you only need 1 of, because the idea is you do not want to draw this card. You want to be able to get into it using Black Whirlwind and being able to use it like that. Oster has a great effect because when it is banished from the graveyard, you can add wedge counters on all face-up monsters your opponent controls, and when he is normal summoned, you can add back this monster that was banished using Black Whirlwind's or using Simoon's effect. So it is a really good way to be able to get back that monster that can go into either Gin Buster or just go into Zephyros the Elite or whatever Blackwing that you have that was banished. And then 1 copy of Gale. Gale is a great card because just like Bora, it is not once per turn. If you control a face-up Blackwing monster other than Gale the Whirlwind, you can special summon this card from your hand. And Gale can cut a monster's attack and defense in half when it is summoned. And then triple copies of Gus the Backbust, quite possibly one of the best tech cards and Blackwing tech cards in this deck. If you have no other cards, you can special summon this card from your hand, but mainly what you're going to be wanting me to do is having Simoon banish this and then bring it back using Oster the South Wind, and then go into Gin Buster, so that way you can have an out to your opponent's Nibiru, or out to your opponent's like a monster that they a hand trap that they would have. So that's the main reason why it is in here. And then just 2 copies of Martin the Dust, because you only need really 2 in this build. You can replace 3 if you choose and you do not like the build that I have, because that is always an option. Martin the Dust can modify its level based off by choosing a face-up Blackwing monster. So if it has Gale, it can become a level 5, meaning you can go into a level 8, and then you can copy a level 4 to go in for a level 6, and then go into the full Armor Master. And then 1 copy of Orochi the Skull, which has 20 Blackwings, and it rounds up the Blackwing part of this deck. So this is a tuner, and it's a special summon. So if you control a face of Blackwing monster other than Orochi the Skull, you can special summon this card from your hand. And it is a tuner, so it does help out a lot in the deck with the synchro aspect, but mainly it's in here because it is another special summon in the deck. Alright, so that's it for the Blackwing part. Now let's go on to the tech cards. So obviously, Raiders Wing and Phantom Knights of Silent Boots. I'm actually really looking forward to the new set that comes out, because these are going to probably be the cards that get cut. Honestly, I don't mind them being in here and everything, but you have to grind quite a bit, a lot of these, to get this card, and these are the only cards that you're able to pull using, like, Y-Strix, and then you have to put this in the graveyard using Rusty Bardich's effect and stuff. So this is going to help a lot. Raiders Wing, if you control a Exceed monster, you can detach a material to special summon this card from your hand or from the graveyard. And Silent Boots is mainly in here to be dumped using Rusty Bardich, so that way you can get that extra Phantom Knight spell Untrap. Okay, and then we're going to be using Kaiju, because multi-dimensional Kaiju, because we are using the Small World. This card is going to be the card that is banished, which helps out a lot, and plus it is a Kaiju, so it does help. And then, actually, believe it or not, I don't think I've shown this ever before in this video, I have triple copies of Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. Yes, I finally got rid of DD Crow, because DD Crow, sadly, though, does not help even with against duels against even my wife. DD Crow was pretty much useless, because I would draw it, and then she wouldn't really activate either effects from the graveyard, or wouldn't even slow her down. This is a great card for going second, because if your opponent has, if they're going first, you can use this to drop on them. You can negate their effect destroyed, and which can also bring out the Psy-Frame Lord. And then if it is your turn and you play it, this can help you go into Borreload Savage Dragon or any other generic level 8 synchro that you have. It is a great hand trap, and I would recommend getting it, because it does help out a lot with the deck. Alright, and the newest addition to this deck, Parallel Exceed. This was what was recommended by a viewer. So basically how this is going to work is, it is a level 8, but if you successfully link summon a monster using like cards like Y-Strix, you can special summon this card from your hand as a level 4. And then, when this card is special summoned using its effect, you can special summon another one from your deck. So what makes this very, very important and versatile, like viable in my opinion, is they're going to automatically going to be negating Y-Strix. That is a #1 thing that they're going to want to negate, because that's going to help. They know by now, your opponent knows that if they negate Y-Strix, that's kind of going to ruin your combo and, you know, whatever that you're going to be having. But with Parallel Exceed, it's going to be able to have you keep going, because if they negate it and you can't get Zephyros the Elite, you can special summon this from your hand, and then you can special summon another one from your deck. So that's 2 level 4s to go into your 4 Strix, then go into Raiders Wing. Alright, and that's it for the monsters. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of monsters in this deck, so now we're going to move on to the spells. So first, just 2 copies of Black Whirlwind. This is the combo starter of the deck. This is what's going to help you, because if you normal summon a Blackwing monster, you can search your deck for a Blackwing that has less attack and add it to your hand. Very mandatory. If you want 3 in the deck, you can have 3. That's totally up to you. I'm just choosing 2 because honestly, I don't need the 3 in there anymore. And then just 2 copies of Lord Darkness, since we are running a little bit less of Dark Monsters. Great way to be able to banish a card and draw 2. And then triple copy of Small World. Small World is going to let you reveal monster, banish it face down, and then search your deck for a monster that has either the same attack, defense, type, or attribute as the monster that you banished from your hand and from your deck face down to be able to know. So what makes this actually important, and actually a lot of people don't get it, if you banish a monster, you can add Psy-Frame Gamma from your deck to your hand if you banish it like a level 3, or you banish something that has the same attack or defense. So this actually can help you out a lot. And it actually does help a lot in a lot of the duels that I do play. And then for the rank ups, we've got your Phantom Knights Rank Up Force and Magic Launch. This is in here mainly for Kali Yuga, and this is going to be in here to go into Arsenal Falcon, or go, basically, yeah, just go into Arsenal Falcon, which will then help you go into your Ultimate Falcon. And then lastly, for the traps, we just run 1 Shade Brigandine. This is going to be your level 4 extender for the deck. Alright, so now that's it for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. So obviously first, we're playing the Full Armor Master, we're playing Blackwing Armor Master, and we're playing Obsidian Tamer Hawk Joe, because I will never get rid of these 2 cards, and this is like my favorite card. And obviously Full Armor Master does help out a lot, because Full Armor Master is unaffected by everything, just like Ultimate Falcon, and you can take control of a opponent's monster that has a wedge counter on it, and at the end phase of the turn, destroy all monsters that have wedge counters on your opponent's side of the field. And then we're running Borreload Savage Dragon. If you are not able to get this card, because I do know by that it is actually somewhat expensive now, you can also substitute it for Drake Berserker of the Tenyai, which works just as well. It's a level 8 synchro, or any other generic level 8 synchro that you would like to have. And then we have Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon. obviously. We've got Kali Yuga, which an Arsenal Falcon. So Ultimate Falcon, I'm going to be showing you in the combo tutorial how to get this out. Very, very easy. Dual King Kali Yuga basically is a game winner because as soon as you play it during your opponent's turn, they pretty much end up having to forfeit, or they end up just scooping because there's no way they're going to be able to get over Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga negates every face-up card in the field, and at the end phase of the turn, or anytime they play a set spell, you can attach material as a quick effect to be able to destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. So it just, whatever set they have set up, it completely destroys that as well. And then Arsenal Falcon is going to help you go into Kali Yuga and help you go into Ultimate Falcon. Also, you can use its effect to detach material to special summon another level 4 monster from your deck. And then we have the Raiders Knight and the Arc Rebellion Exceed Dragon. This is a personal preference because I actually really like this. This has won me quite a bit of games because if you go into this shuts off all monsters' effects on the field and increases its attack based off all the attack of all face-up monsters, but is only able to attack that turn. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, which makes it great. I actually had a couple duels where the opponent kept trying to constantly target it and they were not able to destroy it. And then we have Time Thief Redoer. This is a great card because it has a effect that if depending on what you detach, a monster, spell, or trap, you can get the effect off. And also this allows you to take every standby phase opponent's card from the top of their deck. And then Gaga Magician. This is going to actually help you go into your Ultimate Falcon combo because you detach material to special summon a Exceed monster from your graveyard, and then that's going to help you go into Kali Yuga because Kali Yuga next turn, then you can play your rank up magic launch. And then Raid Raptor Force Strix. This is in here for the combo starter, or add a level 4 low winged beast type or add a level 4 winged beast type monster from your deck to your hand. And then Jin Buster. This is going to be your out for Nibiru and out for a number of hand traps that your opponent will have. All it takes is 2 level 2s, which is why I have Gust and Hamart in the Dust in here. And then finally, we've got 1 copy of the Rusty Bard each and 1 copy of the Y Strix. This is mainly in here to dump the Phantom Knights cards into the graveyard to get your Phantom Knight spell and trap, and then this is going to be in here to get your Zephyros the Elite or any other level 4 that you would like. Alright, so that's going to be it for this deck profile. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch it. Honestly, I love this deck to pieces. I play this deck all the time against my wife and also play against it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and it's just really just a lot of fun just to see how overpowered this deck really is. Especially with Kali Yuga. With the new set that comes out, I'm really hoping that we can focus on being able to still get Kali Yuga. I have seen videos and stuff, and I have actually watched and read stuff on Reddit that actually will show you full fields that have Kali Yuga with the new dark Blackwing dragon that has on the field, and also with Borreload Savage Dragon. So that is definitely something to consider. And just all in all, this is just a very fun deck. You can change it however you want. This is just my preference, what I'm using right now with Parallel Exceeds and with the Gammas and stuff. Gamma is a very great hand trap with your opponent going first because you need at least something to be kind of get rid of whatever they're going to be doing because you do not want them to get whatever field they're going to be getting set up. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, with the new videos that I'm going to have planned out, I've got a new Infernity deck profile that's going to be coming out soon at around this time, and I'm going to also be having a agent deck profile from the GOAT format. So that's going to be a lot of fun and interesting because I'm a big fan of even the agent cards back then because that's when they came out, was Ancient Sanctuary, and a updated Shinobird deck profile. So also I'm going to be showcasing some of my wife's decks that she has changed around because she's actually changed them quite a bit, and they're going to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching. With that, see you guys next time.